Sorry, I was messing around. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, it is Saturday night. We are here to have a good. What is in my hair? What is this? I'm unkempt. Holy cow. Anyway, how are you beautiful people doing? It is what day it is. Whatever day it is. That's what I know. What do you know? You know what? Hold on. I don't wait a second. I don't like this. I just realized I don't like my mic. I'm gonna break it. Not on purpose. Ooh, there we go. That's the way it should be. Right there in front of me. That's the way Diva likes it. Anyway, guys, how are y'all doing? You beautiful tubers, you. Each and every one of you. Wait, what's this say? M. Young. Oh, thank God. Just got caught up in a turtle boy rabbit hole. Save me from myself, please. M. Young. I'm your savior. Remember that. Miami Spice, Lindsay, how are you doing? Oh, Lindsay, it started. Rabbit, how are you? Listen, guys, I want you to know tonight, our good friend MGLaw is celebrating the tubes, his 1 year on the tubes. I'm already thirsty. 1 year on the tubes. Can you believe that? Guy's awesome. 1 year after I was on the tubes, let's see here. I don't want to think about it. It took me a long time to get started. I didn't like it. Roseman, how are you doing? Anyway, 1 year on the tubes. So it's a big milestone. You know it? It really is. It's I don't know, it's hard to get there. What do? You know, you sit there. What makes you think you can tube? That's the key thing. So, Cornelia, how are you doing? How are you? I hope you're feeling better. You had a hurt foot? Is that correct? By the way, y'all, I found out she is from Sweden. Sweden. Isn't that cool? She'd be our little Swiss miss. I like that. Anyway, you can't tube. Why can't you tube? All it is talking, right? But you know, it's so much more. It really is. So okay, MGLaw. Since we're talking about him, guys, by the way, he has like 916 subs. I would love to get him to 1,000. That's what got me going. It's like I want to start this pre-show thing, get everybody fired up for him, get a good show going. You know, a little. You know, you have a few little cocktails before you meet your date, right? Anyway, why is Walk This Way by Aerosmith now stuck in my head? I don't know why, but I do like it. Anyway, so you do this stuff, right? What makes you think you can do this? That's the first question. Well, everybody has a thing, and everybody, this is our friend Broken Baker. He says everybody thinks they see Saul, at least Nick Ricada, and they can all make as much money as he does just overnight. Um, so there are people that feel like they have a voice that isn't listened to, and that they think that other people would want to hear their voice. That to me is nobody wants to hear me. That's what I figure. And so you have to find something else. It's like, well, I don't know. Is there something missing in your life you're trying to fulfill? And I think like the money aspect. And trust me, there's no money. You ever seen a rich DJ? No, no. They just have cool voices. I don't even have a cool voice. It really sucks. So, but anyway, you got people, whatever it is that brought them here. Okay. Why do they stay? And this is something that, uh, you love the camaraderie between us. Okay. So, listen, this is something that, Steve Gosney brought up last night. Guys, some of y'all are new to Steve. Some of y'all don't remember this stuff. So, like, one of the greatest things I get to do by doing this is meet somebody incredible like Steve Gosney is. Now, he may not be incredible to you. He is to me. Why is that? Well, he was the guy. He was friends with a guy named Mark Bernier down in Florida. He's a DJ, not DJ, but a talk show host. And he did a lot of radio with him. Mark Bernier would fill in for Rush Limbaugh. So I was like, oh, I'm very familiar with him. I've heard this guy on the radio, right? Yeah, I've heard a lot of his broadcasts and stuff. I really liked his take on things, and I was really amazed with how analytical and how deep he thought on issues. And then you come to every once in a while, you have an issue about law, and it was just great. It was absolutely incredible. I realized after meeting Steve that Steve was probably that background voice. He was talking to Mark about it. And that just blows my mind. I can't believe that I'm that close, you know, to somebody who had an incredible show. Yeah, his basis was politics, but he was such a great entertainer. That's how it's like how like Ronald Reagan, you see both sides of the aisle. Well, look at Reagan as like, oh, he was a great communicator, right? That's his uh that was his nickname. He's the great communicator, and he was the Teflon president because nothing could stick to him because he just joked and he kept on going. And that's cool, man. That's the way everybody should be. You should be Teflon. Teflon's not bad. Well, I mean, maybe it will kill a canary. That is a true thing, but it's not bad. It's Teflon is really cool. Um, yeah, you didn't know about gods. Yeah, yeah, everything he does, he has extreme talent in. Me, I do things, I half-ass everything, you know? I'm just not that I'm just not that good at anything. I will see. I'm good at a lot of things, not great at anything. How about that one? Hang on, wait a second. Right here. Look at this. Baker put me here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad you came over. I'm glad you're hanging out and having a good time. I am not the type of streamer that those guys are. Okay. I hate to say it. Yes. I got all the legal um resume. Can they the fancy words resume? I've got the legal resume, right? I'm up there with everybody else that says, "Oh, hey, I'm into this." Let me tell you what, I don't like that stuff. The reason why I'm not wearing a coat and tie, right? So I like to take everything and make it, let's have some fun. Let's make some jokes out of stuff and let's feel good. By the way, I did take my pants off before this stream, which I really enjoyed. That sounded weird. I apologize for that. But I was so happy to get out my pants. Um, oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed yesterday. I cannot believe the audience retention yesterday. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And I noticed that when Steve's around, it's a different audience comes in. It is a audience because some people, I know it happens. Some people they pump their brakes. See, with me, everybody can listen because it doesn't take very much brain cells to keep up with me. You're you can be smooth brain and plug in some earphones and and figure out what's happening. But Steve, he's got that brain that just it goes through it goes through the ceiling, and it's um so crazy. Oh, thank you, Roseman. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do like to make you laugh. I hope you guys get to laugh with me. That's the thing. And I'll tell you guys some of our after stream talk, because we got into some of the deeper things about that. And all this goes back to MG Law. So don't worry. I'm going to circle all this back around. I can keep up a little bit. I can keep up with gerbil wills. Gerbil? No, wait. Hamster. No gerbils. No gerbils. FNL was different, but so fun. It was everything. Like, this is what I love. You bring on a guest, wasn't expecting a guest. We had a lot of our regulars couldn't make it, right? Life throws you a curveball once in a while. So we had a guest come on. They got to talk about what they wanted to talk about and see the reaction. Guys, you realize that Gosling was taking notes of what you were saying in the chat. Now, how cool is that? Like, I was like, man, I've never taken chat notes. Heck, you guys know me. I hardly read the I hardly read the chats. Thank you, Judge Maddie. This is the coolest thing. I love how he comes in like this. I really do. That is so cool. Texas Jen got to got like, oh, Texas Jen, I remember her from my chats. How you doing? Oh, I did not mean to hit too early for gerbils. I am sorry. There's a loose hamster in here, I think. I'll be sure to I'll text him. I'll tweet him after this. You remind me, I will. But anyway, so here you guys have. Do you realize? Okay, so like we kind of joked around and talked about like one time when all this stuff got started, we could just about do. It's not crowdfunding is going to be the low hanging word I'm looking for, but it's not crowdfunding. But it's like we could do a movie. Okay, all you have to do is have characters, right? Have what you want, and then you have to start. You start with an ending, I think, because that's always the hardest thing. And then we could basically in chat come up with different chapters because a movie's less than 100 pages. Think about that. I mean, that's how easy this is, and how cool would that be? It'd be like a crowd-funded kind of movie, but crowdfunding being intellectually, right? Well, that's what Goz was doing with y'all last night. And you guys, you're special, right? I mean, come on, 20% redheads here, 80% females. You guys are killing it, man. And he comes in and he's just like, oh, this is cool. And he's writing down everything because he wanted that perspective. That's what he talked to me about the day before. He wanted to talk to me. He's like, because I have those numbers, right? It's awesome. And that's a great thing about being a creator. Now, I'm saying all this, and somebody out there might be listening and they're like, oh man, I can do this now. But what is it you want to do? And it's funny because I've changed a little bit. Like when I first started this, people would come in And I would, oh, hey, by the way, went to the YouTube deal. So I've got the show playing on the TV over here. Um, and I did the voice search for The Expert, and there actually is a movie. It's supposed to be like a movies nobody's ever heard of called The Expert, like 1980 something maybe. And I was like, I so bad want to watch that. B Bean, how you doing? Yes, it is. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It is 1 year MGLaw stream. We're gonna be going over there. Now, guys, here's the thing. I want you guys to hold tight. Remember this. You gotta hold tight. And I'm gonna let him start. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull his channel up here in a second. We'll have it kind of like over in the side as like a counter. Hold tight, and we're gonna go over there and just dump it so he'll get a huge spike. But now here's the thing. I want to do it like at least after 2 minutes after he starts, because I watch like mine and I have a spike at the beginning and then it goes back down. Like everybody wants to come in and say hi, all that great stuff. It's great if you can get in the middle and get a spike. That's cool, right? So we're all going to go over there and we're going to dump y'all in there. I want y'all to flood him with the orange hearts and the celebration emojis, just emoji the heck out of it, because all that puts in um uh uh activity. It shows that you have an active chat, and it shows that you got participants and all this stuff, and all that. It spikes up the thing. I want to see him I really do want to see him get to 1,000 tonight, and that's a big order, man. That's a big order. But it's like 90 subs is what he needs, which I need to jump out of this algorithm, guys. I need to jump out of the algorithm. I need to bring people from all over together. That's the only way we can be undefeated. You know what? We have to have people that disagree with our opinions still here listening. And anyway, we get stuff coming in, and then that way we're able to do stuff like that. Could you imagine, man, if I could say, because I think all of y'all probably subscribe to MGLaw if you aren't, or I also want you to double check that you are. I've been unsubscribed from everything lately. Every time I go onto a channel from the TV app, I'm not subscribed. Isn't that crazy? So, hey, Kaiser, what's happening, man? You feeling any better, buddy? Um, Roseman. Anyway, so yeah, it's all this stuff. Like what I was gonna, the next thing I was gonna say was people used to come in here, and I'm sure like Texas Gin, Miami Spice, they remember these things. The people would come in and say, "Hey, how do you start streaming? How do you do this?" All the time, people would do that, and probably the only one that I kept up with is Tom Gillis. Love that guy. Got to get him back over here too. He's supposed to come on Friday night, and we missed him. And gotta get that fixed. Tom's a great guy. But anyway, just came in and started asking me questions. Then he went live one day, and he's just going through it like himself, like it's real life. I jumped in. I was like, "Dude, you can't do this." And anyway, you know what the thing that got me was he wears a Titleist hat, and I was like, that might even be a problem. And he's like, "No, I'm sponsored by Titleist." He goes, "I got 1,000 of these hats." I was like, "Oh, well, then that's not a problem." I was like, "That's really cool." I'd be sure and say that, because all this stuff, everything's listening, right? Anyway, so like, how do you do this? Kaiser be a good one to ask. Kaiser, like, what got you? What made you decide you wanted to talk into a microphone? I think MGLaw, he started off doing video games. Isn't that cool? I love that. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. Wait, hang on. What happened here? Hold on. Wait, I just saw something cool. What was this? Judge Maddie. A cold quickie brings back memories of my ex. As long as it's a quickie, man. Um, hey J Marie, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, babe. Love having you here. Absolutely love having you here. Yeah, Tom Gillis Express. That's right. You're feeling better. A quickie called 95% of usual. Well, man, let me know, dude, if you want to hang out before MG's. I assume you're going over there. I don't know if I am. I haven't checked. I may not have an invite. I don't care. I don't need one because we're cool. We're friends. We don't talk bad about each other. I mean, why? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if you guys were here and I talked for an hour about MG sucking? I mean, dude, that'd be horrible. I just couldn't imagine that. Like, that's just, you know what? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for negativity. It's no fun. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a rough couple of days. I'm sorry about that. Everybody has them, and just keep fighting. Never, never, never give up. I used to have that on a plaque. How did I lose? I mean, it was a metal bar. It was like the size of like a nameplate you'd have on a desk. 'Cause I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen a foreign leader say. Winston Churchill. Fight them in the streets, we'll fight them on the beaches, we'll fight them at our homes, whatever. We'll fight them everywhere. We will never, never, never give up. And that's the way to be. But anyway, it's um yeah, hang on a second real quick. I gotta see if I didn't miss something. No, okay. Um, so it's like MGLaw, like what made him start talking? Me? You guys know my story. It's my life. She bought me a microphone. She said, quit talking to me. Talk to those weirdos on YouTube that are driving you nuts. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah, go do it. Like, I think you'd be great at it. I don't think she was right, but I appreciate the encouragement. So I'll never give this up because it was her idea and I want to make her proud. Um, anyway, it's you get in here. Like, okay, we were talking about Tom Gillis. Tom Gillis is a golf instructor, right? He talks golf on his channel. Great. It helps him with his business. That is the perfect way to jump in here. Is this helps you, if you got something else going on. That's what Steve Gosney said after he did his sabbatical. He kind of took a month and so off, right? And he's like, I realized I've got all these other great things. I have a great life. I just want to do this for fun. And he said, and that was the coolest thing. That was the coolest thing. And I was like, that's right, man. That's what you need to be. Um, yes, choose kindness. Um, are you talking about my wife? Buy me a microphone? Yeah, that's a true story, man. I got in here because of the pandemic around that time. That and we were having problems with family members in hospitals. And so I spent a lot of time like this, sitting in a hospital. So at my laptop, and I just read, and then I would do a video. I did 3 videos a day. It's how I have over 1,500 videos now in 2 years of active streaming. It's probably a year before then. I was just trying to learn how to stream. And the biggest thing that held me back was my voice. And one day it hit me that maybe I'm the only person that hates my voice. So I went out and did a video, did several videos before I ever read my first comment because they scared me. Isn't that crazy? I don't, and it bothered the hell out of me. I'm like, look, I made it through law school. I lived my life as an asshole. And I was like, I'm scared to read something like this. Like, I'm the guy that goes like, I'm the finger pointer. I'm like, you will be giving me this. I need this. Um, I write very mean letters. I'm an asshole. But anyway, so it got to but yeah, here I was. I was scared to like look at comments. And so finally I made myself look and first comment I remember reading said, your content sucks and your voice is horrible and your content sucks. You should delete your account. I closed my laptop lid and said, all right, I'm not gonna read those ever again. Yeah. Thank you, J. Marie. I don't know why you are here and so nice, but you are, and that is awesome. Um, I missed. There we go. I love this one. Sup, savages. I love seeing him come in. I love it. Uh, anyway, so and I thought I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but I fell into the true crime stuff because during the pandemic, what's everybody talking about? A subject we can't talk about. So Gabby Petito went missing. And that was my first days like YouTube. I started seeing all this stuff. I was like, holy cow, these people are nuts. Like, this is horrible. Like, I cannot believe they're talking about this, all this stuff and say allegations against family. Remember, law. And I'm like, innocent until proven guilty. And remember, guys, you got to remember the three things about every criminal defense: the facts, the facts, the facts. That's all that matters. That's what I remember from crim law. Um, I think you need to get out of your mom's account. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Um, yeah, I never listened back. I never listened to an old stream. Never. One time, one started playing, as like the next thing up and all this, and I heard it because it was playing in the background. I heard it. I was like, that sounds familiar. I was like, oh, shit, that's me. Um, you've been doing this for 2 years and you still get nervous. We don't need to be. You don't need to be. I'll tell you what, guys. By the way, I gotta tell you something. It feels great streaming on Saturday. It is such a relief. You guys, I'll tell you what, I do get stressed on Fridays. I get stressed on Fridays because I want that show to be the way it is, and I don't request anything out of anybody, and so it's all about me practicing. And I go over stuff and I'm reading stuff. I'm trying to get things done. It's weird how Friday affects me. Um, Miami Spice knows. She's she was the recipient of some screaming I had to do recently. I'm sorry, Miami, but not at her, but she just listened to me because she's good people. I mean, that's what's so blessed here. After all the riffraff and the problems and all the negativity out there, you find good people, and that's what I love here. That's what I love here. And, I keep saying that, guys. Like, this is like we're like it's like a country club. Like, there's you have to get a membership almost to hang out with this. You guys are so awesome, so awesome. But anyway, Gives you anxiety. Oh, that's what you get nervous about? You want the live to be great? You know what you need to do? You gotta get Valhalla because he's the first person to notice you. Get him and me, and we gotta have you on. We'll have you on Valhalla's thing. He needs to get back up there live streaming, and we're gonna cut it loose. We're just gonna have a good time. All right. So, make sure your cameras work. I say cameras because I want a second camera. I do want a second camera. Yeah, Miami Spice has that one right. It's about 3 o'clock Friday. If it's past, then it's really bad. Look at this. Look, I do this for free. Why? Because I'm a nice person and a good friend. And she also likes it. She does. I hope so. If you didn't like it, you wouldn't be here. Um, yeah, Rosemary's right. Blue Dog needs her on camera. She's got things to say. Did you see that short? Oh my gosh. I almost got her today. I almost did one today. It was she was just mouthy, 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 mouthy. But what happened? Oh, sorry. I get lost in these sometimes. Um anyway, so I don't know why I can't remember why exactly MG Law got started, but then I don't remember. You know how I met him? I met him on Steve Gosney's. And I think that it was Steve saw him and MLS and chat all the time. Like those two, they both came on the scene kind of at the same time, and people would always get them confused. They both had the facial hair, they both had M's. That's how it works. And anyway, so but anyway, met him. I was like, man, this guy's really cool. And he was like, he's from Alabama originally. I was like, oh, a southerner, someone I can relate to at Alabama football. I think Tennessee maybe had beaten Alabama that year. I was very excited. So I wanted to rub it in his no, he's not an Alabama fan though. He's an Auburn fan. He hates Alabama. So I can appreciate that. And anyway, he thank you. Thank you so much, Texas Jen. I forget that. Um but anyway, just kind of got into all this last year, really. And let's see, it was like it was right before 4th of July. I think 4th of July around there is when he came on FNL for the first time. And after that show, I was blown away. I was blown away by everybody that was on there. I was like, you guys don't understand, but there's an energy here that you guys this is awesome. There she is. How you doing, Aaron? Yeah, I'm yeah, always a Tennessee fan, man. But it's funny, I never thought about it, you know. It's the same way I am now, except right now I have that attachment because I invested so much time there. Mm. I had cheerleaders as my next door neighbor in my apartments. These two cheerleaders. Such a awful. Why did I graduate college? I don't know. I should have gone on to become a professor or just pretending like I was wanted to go into a classroom, stand in the front until somebody showed up. Somebody would always show up, right? Anyway, um, uh, MG, oh yeah, it's Friday Night Live. It went great. I was like, this is awesome. And then, of course, everybody was doing these trial things. And I had like I had show business lined up. because Yaya, y'all know Yaya. She's a friend of mine um, from the tubes. She knew Taylor Ship business, told me about when it happened. I think I was the first one that I saw in the true crime community to have anything going on about it. And anyway, everybody's doing these things. And then like MG was trying to find a time that's good for him. And the only way it's good for him is after his kids go to sleep. Now, how he does that and gets up as early as he does, man, I don't know. I do not know at all how he does that. Like, I would think that from being in a law office and then, driving home, you're fighting traffic. I gotta hate that, man. Because you got your brain is wound up. I would think that streaming then would be the best time because it helps you to unwind. But then you get fired up. It's a different feeling you get, and that would push you on through the night. I would think that would be the best. I don't know though. But that's he has a family and that's number one. That takes priority in his life, which is awesome. Always should take priority in your life. But anyway, so he just started doing that, and now, man, he's the late night guy. He's a late night guy. Like I did streams at like 11 o'clock at night, a lot of them, and I didn't like sleeping as late as I was. It's like today, like last night, I didn't even fall asleep till 5 a.m. this morning. I'm working about 4 hours of sleep. And I hated it, man. I hated it. When I woke up, I was like, golly, man, it's 9:30. Ugh. Gosh, I hate that it's already daylight. Like I enjoy the daylight. I love God's light bulb, and it's I can't do the really late. So I bumped it up. I was doing like at 7 o'clock, I think, there for a little bit, and then I was like, I can't do this when it was like last winter, like around this time. That's fine, wintertime. But then summertime comes. I'm gonna lose out on some serious daylight, that I love. I love being outside until it's dark. So it's um, uh, 9 p.m. started being my thing. I don't know. Maybe I can figure out a way to do something different. Get a hold of my sleep patterns better or something else. I don't know. Levy, how you doing, bud? Hey T, I didn't see you sneak in here. Um, let's see, I miss anybody? I miss anything? See, I go back. I care. I care. Dot, there she is. Hey Danielle, how you doing, babe? Did I did I party late in college? Party every day. Rock and roll all night. B Bean, I was rock and roll, man. I had hair halfway down my back. I had a ponytail. I had I used oh god. I used to say, you know what I really like? I'd like to be able to like braid my ponytail, but like leave it long and like have a pullback and a braid on top. There's always a girl, always a pretty girl ready to do it. Yeah, man. I partied in college. What are you talking about? Anyway, all right. Oh, geez. Ask Volstorm what a gator driver is. Oh, geez. Yeah, it is. That's what it sounds like, right? But it was hang on a second here. Something's happening. Oh, geez. Sorry. I just saw a message I got. But anyway, uh boy, it's weird looking at me on TV. Oh, the colors are a little bit it's behind. I was like, "What's going on over here? Why is it" see now? See how this is changing colors? By the way, this is the Stargate, I think. That's weird how it's all changed now. Slowly, I'm getting paper mache furniture. See? See? Got a new place with a sign. Oh, it's so sad. It's so pathetic. Oh my gosh. Speak of the devil and he shows up. Vegas Rick, how you doing, buddy? You can't sell anything of me naked. I think there's laws against that. Oh, I always had problems with pants too. Well, that's good. You're half Irish. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious. Anyway. Oh, wait a second. You know what I said? I said I was gonna pull this up, didn't I? Boy, phrasing there. Phrasing there. Let me see what this is. Nope. No. Oh, there it is. All right, share this. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we got 14 minutes still. 14 minutes. So I thought you guys were gonna keep up with that. I don't like that one. Mm, all right, there we go. Um, uh-oh. What happened there? What happened? Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Well, I will leave that chat very much alone. Anyway, no, what I was saying is that, so you get back into it's like, how do you get here to a year, right? It's weird. It's weird. I did not have the we got some going on here. Oh geez. Oh man. You know what? You can't trust everything you see on the internet.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Mommy's Bites for the photos that the expert said didn't exist. Thank you, Vegas Rick. No, I think I said I didn't see. I don't think there are. I don't think there are. There's one with a cowboy hat. That's what I heard. Isn't that weird when you hear that? It's like, like years later, it's like, oh yeah, hey, did you ever get that picture? Blah blah. I was like, excuse me? Because we always had a strict rule, no cameras. Unless you have a long lens. Yeah, and oh, we're gonna destroy tonight. Oh, it's gonna be awful. Oh my gosh, how much more oops, hold on. How much more time is there over here? Uh 12 minutes. Oh, dude. Oh, it's gonna be so vicious. It's gonna be so great. Oh man. How do I don't remember what I'm doing anymore. Anyway, I just want to say congratulations to MG Law. He made it a year. And if he can make it a year, you can make it indefinitely, I think. It's one of those things. It's a I don't know. They said somewhere along the line, I heard that there was a uh, 5 years is as long as a YouTuber lasts. And I'm like, well, a lot of them probably drink themselves out of it. Uh, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, like I said, we got 10 minutes left. There's 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, look at this. Matthew Self, how you doing? But oh my gosh, dude. Could we use you last night, man? You hung out with the guys. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a stream for next week and go ahead and invite Matthew. Hey, you know what? So somebody was telling me that like because I was like, Thursday night I was gonna go live and Gosney had his stream and he invited me up and I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, man. I love this. And I was like, I need to do somebody told me last night that I need to do a day off stream where like I go on somebody else's channel and just hang out. I was like, you know what? That is kind of cool because there I get to have fun. I don't have to worry about keeping up with stuff. And oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. See, I always call him the Goz, and I spell it Goz. That's my thing, man. You guys, next time Gosney streams, this call him Goz. You gotta say the Goz. He needs a cool nickname, doesn't he? Oh well. Anyway, it is I don't know. Jeez, hang on a second. What's happening here? Let me hit this. What's over here? Oh, my nose itches. How you doing, buddy?
You rang?
Oh my gosh, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. Hey, chat. Hold on. Let me clear the air. Hello, Texas Jen. You gorgeous, amazing hunka burning love. Heaven forbid I don't respond appropriately. Holy cow.
Oh, that's very true, man.
She got like really upset when I just said, hey. I was like, holy shit.
Well, she did call you a sexy man.
She called me a handsome man, I think. Or I don't know. Anyways, whatever. But let me be appropriate and give a whole lot of love on that. What's up, Miami Spice? How you doing, girl?
Oh my gosh. You know what? Actually, I'm glad you're here because I just realized I've done everything in my stream. And I just double checked. I don't have where I'm gonna send everybody.
What do you mean you don't know where you're gonna send everybody?
No, MG's. Mean? Yeah, I don't have MGLaw's redirect.
Oh, you got to put it. You got to put it in the chat? Is that what you got to do?
No, I got to put it in I got to program it back here, but it's not. Where is it? It's not showing up, man.
Do you want me to push buttons for you?
No, don't push buttons. I know what happened last time you pushed buttons.
I did really good. I pushed all the buttons. I only crashed it twice and then ended it prematurely.
Well,
kind of like my relationships. I push buttons and end things prematurely.
No, you did say that. So yeah. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny that. What's going on, man? How you been?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. Nothing's new. Just had the little guy here hanging out all day, and so he's back over at the Dragon's house, and I am so just hanging out. Got some stuff done around the house, feeling very productive. Dog peed on the floor, so I had to kick his ass a little bit today.
Oh, dude, that's not good. That's not good. That's never good. Oh my gosh. Volstorm says, "Hail chat. Christine's here. How you doing, Christine?" Dude, I'm so glad you came in.
Well, thanks for inviting me, buddy. I appreciate it. I was texting with Valhalla Awaits earlier, and Vegas Rick realized he's not subscribed to his channel, so I fixed that, and I told him that I only subscribe to 2 channels, yours and his, and that's all I can do. I can only do 2. I can't do any more. I don't have time for anything else. So
You know what Axl Rose said about 4 chicks at once is that one of them always gets jealous.
yeah. That's why I only subscribe to 2 people. So
Yeah, I mean, there's something good about that. Um,
hold on, Texas Gen. For the record, he's not a puppy. He is a 15-and-a-half-year-old man. He knows better. He's just an asshole. And so he does this to me on purpose. So here's the problem. I had the audacity today, the unmitigating gall to clean off my back patio, and he repaid me by peeing on my kitchen floor. So,
well, did you have him outside with you?
No, he was in the house sleeping in his bed the whole time.
That's the thing. You gotta be like, come on, let's go outside.
No, he didn't want to go outside because I was running the hose, and he doesn't want anything to do with the hose. So, yeah. And for the record, I didn't kick his ass, literally kick his ass. I would never actually beat a dog. So I don't need y'all, writing letters on me, calling the ASPCA or any of that shit. Okay.
He's just a little old wiener.
He is a little old wiener. He is a hairy old wiener, and he is just, he's a pain in my ass. But I'm stuck with him until he just doesn't wake. He wakes up dead one day. So,
Judge Maddie, who has an awesome avatar,
I approve that message.
Speaks out on Axl Rose's 4 chicks at once comment. Says jealousy can be used as a motivational force.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That is awesome.
Yes,
wants to know if you can run hose in your backyard.
I do run hose. I do run hose on my back patio. That's where you can't bring them in the house, otherwise they get comfortable and then they don't want to leave. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. You can't have that.
That's why you should only have a single bed, or if you have a big bed, you only need to have a single blanket.
No, I have a queen size bed, and that's enough for me, and that nobody else fits on it. So there you go. Unless Miami Spice wants to fit on it, but she's still got that restraining order against me. So there's that problem.
I thought you were going to say restraints, but oh my God.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go down that, look, you covered the smut last. Hey, by the way, did you ever end up posting those pictures I sent you on your stream last night?
You know what? I did not, but I've got them. Look at this right here. Where'd it go? Because I was looking at this earlier.
Because people did not believe me that there is actually dinosaur smut books. And I want the record to reflect that they are there.
And I deleted that one. Hang on. Let's see if I can pull that back up. I've got Taylor Swift picture.
I do not need to see a Taylor Swift picture.
What'd I do with this smut one? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Come on, man. Load up. All right, here you go. Lola Faust. Wet, hot, Allosaurus summer, dinosaur.
Vindication! Exact. See? So I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of them.
You know what I noticed about this Velociraptor here?
That's an Allosaurus.
It's a what?
That's an Allosaurus. That's not a Velociraptor.
That's a real thing. I thought it was like all Allosaurus.
No, it's actually an Allosaurus. So yeah, because there's ones like about like Triceratops, and there's like a whole bunch. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Yeah. So if you go on to Amazon,
that Allosaurus, then look at this. Like that, it's being ravaged by a redhead.
I mean, look, we all know
redhead.
The redheads are. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. I've gone on record saying the closest I've ever been stabbed by a woman is a redhead. So.
Oh wow! If you want to be stabbed by a redhead, I can arrange that.
Miami Spice is hiding from a Vegas Rick. Yep. So good.
Is that a dinosaur in your pocket? And Matthew says yes.
Yes, it is. Would you like to pet it?
Oh, it's 3 minutes till MGLaw. Let's see here. I need to put that back up here so we can see.
So are you going over there to like hang out with him? Now, okay, so you say birthday. Is it like his government birthday, or is it his internet birthday?
Internet birthday. It's 1 year for his channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he started and like, it's like I don't even know what he started, like what he wanted to talk about. Like I remember talking to him, he's like, well, I could talk about he likes rugby. And he was like,
That's
I could talk
cool.
about rugby. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about that. Do what you want to do, man. But
Of all the European sports, rugby is actually the coolest.
well, he's a jock. He's like the Dalai Lama. He's a professional baseball player in
Is he
Vietnam.
really?
Yeah, he got like full scholarships all through college to play ball. And he was a pitcher, man. And he's like 6'4". Could you imagine, man? Just like,
Oh yeah, that makes
because
sense.
tall pitchers are amazing because
Oh yeah, look at
by the
Randy
time they
Johnson.
release the ball, yeah, it's such a psychological thing because every inches make feet and all that stuff, and you're 90 feet from the 60 feet from the 61 and a half feet, whatever it is, to the mound. And so by the time, like, he's throwing it, he's pushing, he's into the 50 feet somewhere. And you want short pitchers. As a batter, you want short pitchers. But yeah, so what's gonna happen is so he goes live in like a minute. Okay.
Okay.
We're waiting on him right now. So he's gonna go live. Everybody, I'm gonna wait 2 minutes and then I'm gonna end the stream. Okay. And then so that way he'll have it started. So it's 2 minutes after he starts. And because that's about like a minute and a half is really the first like big peak. And it's like, could you always get the analytics of like when everything comes back? Like, like what happens after. It's a weird thing. I've noticed this on mine. I'm like, well, if this is like, everybody kind of has the same thing. I'm like, we'll end this, put everybody into his like 2 minutes into it, 2.5 minutes into it. And then just start hitting the orange hearts and all that stuff, because all the ones and zeros, man, and they all go nuts. Everything likes it. And yeah, that's how it works out. Hey, Elaine, how are you doing? Hot damn, Elaine. That was her original name over here.
Hot damn, Elaine. That's awesome.
Yeah. And she changed it to Elaine and Dot's her sister. So her and her sister get on and talk to each other.
That's cool.
This is the coolest thing.
Crafting and chatting.
Yeah, just having a good time. And she found my stream the night. I said, it's Saturday night and I am bored. And to be coming back, man. I don't know why, but I love it. I love it. But her first name was Hot Damn Elaine.
Hot Damn.
Crafting and chatting, I think. Or Hot Damn Elaine's Crafts. It was something cool, man. And so anyway, I can't stop it. When she changed it, I was like, oh, well then she's gonna get a shout out every time she's in here.
Hell yeah.
Just Dawn, how are you doing? The soulless ginger with a soul of gold. No.
That's interesting. That's an interesting dichotomy, but
well, she says she's a soulless ginger, but she's really nice. She's really cool.
She says everyone still calls her Hot Damn. So you know what? We're just gonna call her Hot Damn Elaine. I'm in.
People just cuss a lot. Oh, here he goes. Look, see there he starts off with that Auburn football helmet. It takes me a while to recover over that.
Did he go to Auburn? Is that why he does that?
No, he didn't. He's just grew up an Auburn fan. It's Alabama.
Okay.
It's either you're an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan.
I guess
and
so.
Oh, there he is. Look, he's wearing an Auburn shirt. I'm gonna go put on a Tennessee shirt. I had one on earlier.
You should.
I had one on earlier.
You should.
Yeah. Oh, I will. I totally will. I'm gonna give him a hard time. Actually, let's see what he's talking about here real quick.
All right.
Watch this.
With 916 subs, I started with 2.
Listen to how calm his voice is.
My wife, and the other was, I think, my nephew. So,
his nephew's a viewer.
Saw some of these other people doing it. I thought, I'll just give it a shot. Let's see, how it goes. Give it a whirl. And
he sounds like he ought to be a jazz DJ.
He really does, or like he's on like NPR.
It's just been lots of fun. So
yes, he's like now covering the SCOTUS trial.
And, we'll see where it goes.
The hearing on eminent domain.
I'm not sure who else is going to show up. I know some people are sick. Some people are out of town.
Look at it. I love this. I love this guy. This is gonna be so much fun. This is gonna be so great.
So I love those hats, dude. Those any guy that wears a hat like that's getting ready to tell you like
awesome
about like the most.
You are here. Yes, I see it.
Like the most random film they just saw that like from some small movie thing or like he wants to tell you about his IPAs that he likes to drink. So
Oh, it does. It's an IPA hat. It totally, man.
It's an
I'm not sure if
IPA
he
hat.
won today or not.
Dude, wouldn't you
So-
want to bet y'all that he has a tweed jacket with the
rabbit's
leather
here,
on
awesome.
On the left,
elbow?
yes,
She
yes.
was mods for
Oh, it's
seems
gonna
like
be awesome.
everybody in
This is
law
gonna be
too.
I
awesome.
wonder,
We're gonna
does he
interview
have
him.
a?
Awesome job.
Does he have a? The question I have is, does he have a
Has
pipe
seat
that he
in the other
smokes
room.
too?
My
You know
wife
what?
was at a
Yeah,
retreat
a lot
last
of the
night, and he was
YouTubers
completely
smoke,
lost
and
without her.
he is the one that I've never seen
clinging to
smoke.
her tonight. He is already curled up next to
Oh,
her.
Elaine's talking to you. Vegas Rick,
Yeah.
hello. I'm just a couple
And
hours from
sleeping.
Vegas.
Oh,
Hot
very
damn.
nice. Hot damn,
PTSD,
Elaine.
zero signal.
So this is awesome. Guys, we're gonna flood him here in a second.
Dominant one.
I love it.
What's up?
I know it's gonna be so great.
Dude parked his truck on top of a cop car. Okay, we're gonna have to try to find that.
You just saw
Yeah.
it where the
We're
cops
just gonna hang out
see
tonight.
he's
Arr,
missing,
what's up?
Yeah,
and they found
And
his
they-
car in a river. It's the weirdest thing.
Going. Here,
Yep.
Olivia got
All
MG
right.
on the
Oh,
big screen.
people are jumping over.
Those
You guys are
guys,
doing
heads
it
up and
wrong.
stuff.
It's not about being the first. It's about being in there in a collective
Oh my
group.
goodness, there's Tia
Yep.
Nina.
Look, there goes Tia. She
One more
jumped.
late
Like you
unsub. Tia, I
guys
was
disappoint me.
toying
You're
around
ruining
in
my
here.
my surprise.